Hello, I'm DJ Gilbert Matthews, and I have run a 24/7 internet radio station called Awfully Awesome 80s since 2014. We are licensed with Live 365, so the artists do get properly compensated. We have a vast showcase of tracks from the beginning of the 80s through the mid 90s, and while we give our listeners plenty of doses of the classic hits, we have established ourselves at being a reliable outlet for the forgotten gems and those that some may say deserve to be swept under the carpet. The 90s tunes we play tend to be ones that tried to keep the 80s spirit alive, such as Def Leppard's Two Steps Behind and Bad Company's How About That. Everybody's tastes are different, so I strive on programming with an open mind. Let's give some examples. How many more times do you need to hear John Waite's Missing You? How about Don't Lose Any Sleep or Every Step of the Way? We all know Hall & Oates Out of Touch, but I think equal attention can be given to Some Things Are Better Left Unsaid and How Does It Feel to Be Back. Survivor's anthem is of course Eye of the Tiger, but you can look forward to others such as First Night and Didn't Know It Was Love from two of the greatest AOR albums of all time. That's at least in my opinion. I think you get the idea though. And we do also feature vintage sounding jingles and sweepers. This includes the year the single began its run on the Hot 100, as well as its peak position, and for the first time since we began, this will even cover peaks between 41 and 100. You will also hear occasional TV commercial and TV show sound bites to completely satisfy the trip down memory lane, as well as occasional DJ fact-filled intros on certain tracks. Terrestrial radio, in my opinion, used to be so much fun with its wide-open playlist that went from heavy metal and West Coast one minute to soul and dance pop the next, and people could freely request a hit single, a non-charting regional favorite, a minor charter, or an album track. And these are things I want our listeners to experience once again when they tune in, and I tip my hat to some 60s air checks from a major market Seattle station for the inspiration. I refuse to be like most post-1987 stations that caved into corporate takeovers. And the only policies I have regarding requests are to allow a window of at least 1 hour, and please note that donors do get quicker service. And also, please don't request something that's so controversial that it will scare most listeners away. After all, I'm already pushing the envelope by playing Vanity's Nasty Girl. And please keep your requests to a reasonable length. In other words, please don't ask for 15-plus minute epics from Dream Theater. My family and I had a very challenging 2025 thanks to losing nearly everything in a residential fire, and we also had the loss of an 11-year-old cat in the aftermath, and I also had two major health scares within a 3-month span. Oldies music and 80s music have proven to be a reliable source of therapy for me in the past, so I'm looking to improve our programming for 2026 with a renewed sense of determination. Each month in 2026 will have special features such as countdown shows, record label showcases, half-hour listener request showcases for those who donate a certain amount, shows with new editions of the week, theme-based blocks, and how about even a featured artist of the month. And you can check us out by looking for our webpage link in the comments below, or you may have seen the link behind me. The comments also have a link for our Facebook group if you want a heads up on news and upcoming shows. Our webpage has a Listen Now button linked to our player, and it also has a complete playlist history for the past week, so you will definitely be able to see the vast array of music that we play. And there's also a chat widget in the lower right corner and multiple forums for making requests or general suggestions. And since Awfully Awesome 80s is a listener-supported station, there are also donor buttons if you enjoy what you're hearing and want to see us continue to improve. So, in conclusion, if you're tired of hearing the same 50 hits, then we look forward to having you aboard for a rad excursion into the vast world of 80s music. Prepare to be reunited with platters you forgot about or artifacts you never knew existed. And if you were obsessed with the late night hours of classic MTV like I was, then count on hearing many of those obscure hard rock and new wave artists that MTV gave maybe 1 or 2 spins before quietly forgetting about them. Anyways, I hope you have a happy holiday season, and always remember that too much 80s is never enough.